Hey everybody, it's Amir from Toylines, and it's convention week. So this week we'll be attending the Otakuthon Montreal convention as a vendor. And I decided, well, may as well give everybody a little behind the scenes of what it takes to prepare for one of these events. And well, you know, maybe one day if you're behind the booth of your own convention, you'll find some useful tips here. So before you can even prepare for an event, you have to prepare for an event. So what I mean by that is you got to look at what kind of convention you're going to. So this is an anime convention. While here we typically sell action figures, not most of them are anime related. So we don't have a really large anime section compared to the rest of the store, which is mainly Marvel and Star Wars, Transformers, G.I. Joes. We're a bit of a mismatch. So in order to fix that, throughout the year, we tried to get anime related products. So whenever our distributor put up a really good anime product or, you know, had some clearances and some good deals on anime related products, I would buy them months in advance for this event, because when you go to a con, you kind of want to show items that customers really want. And so now we don't typically carry this in our store, but here I am with Sailor Moon. Yeah, our site is not known for carrying these items. Like here's a Naruto statue. Just have them all ready for this particular event because we know that the audience that's coming into this event is going to want these figures. They're not going to want Spider-Man and Iron Man figures. They're going to want Sailor Moon. So next thing preparation is we got to put everything in the boxes. At the same time, we want everything to be priced at the show. So normally in store, we don't have our items have any sticker prices on them. But for the show, obviously people won't know our prices because they're not purchasing from us online. And it's a bit hard to scan every item. So thankfully every item in our store is barcoded. So we can just scan it and then we're putting the price and then we're putting it inside a box. There are a few certain items that where we put the price just over the barcode so that, you know, if customers are looking for it, they can see it over the barcode. And at the same time, if the staff needs to scan it, they can see also the price if they were going to scan it for the customers. Other big thing is you need a lot of boxes, and not just any kind of box. You need the giantest boxes, kind of like those giant ones here. I'll show you why, because what happens is you end up having to clear out big zones, and putting a bunch of small boxes just doesn't work. So we finally managed to clear out our model kit zones. So, you know, no model kits are good. Also, we're gonna take these to the show because most shows allow you to bring your own racks. My rack! My beautiful rack! I definitely recommend like having easy portable racks because it does help move things so that you know how much space you're going to need, because you have the racks to put on your floor plan. So it allows you to, you know, like, am I bringing too much inventory? No, as long as you have place to put your racks, you know that you can carry that inventory to the show because it'll fit in your floor plan. A lot of big boxes because you end up filling out the U-Haul like this. And oops, yeah, it was raining, so this would have been a lot harder if these boxes were smaller. So these are all giant size boxes, well, except for those are kind of, I don't know, 16 long, but you know, here we are. So we rented the U-Haul. It was an awkward timing because it started raining as we were loading the U-Haul, so it's like when you want to protect your products from getting wet. But here we are. So I rented a 15-foot U-Haul. I'm hoping that on Sunday I'll have to rent a 10-foot U-Haul so then I don't have to carry it all back. That's the ideal scenario. But I mean, ideal scenario, I don't need to rent a U-Haul. I just sell it all and I'm clean. But I don't think it ever happens. So we'll see what happens next.
Postman Express delivery. Ah!
Okay, so we have a few hours tomorrow morning to finish our work. So we managed to get our place kind of organized. Yeah, I forgot my wallet at the store, so I had to go back and get it. Because I had to pay for extra passes for my staff. Always bring your wallet wherever you go. Another thing is don't forget little blankets. So I luckily had some of these, but yeah, you need to cover it up because when you leave the place, everybody should be leaving at the same time, but they don't leave at the same time, so then you don't want to leave your booth kind of unattended. Like, I don't know, I guess they're books, so nobody's gonna steal books, I guess, so it's kind of safe. But I don't know, people like here, example, we told them like these are our boxes, they're on a pallet, so they're gonna keep it in storage, but people like keep nicking our boxes when we leave. We're gonna need those boxes, and well, we can't have everybody just taking them as donations. Keep your boxes that you've unpacked everything, because you're gonna need those boxes when you go back. Otherwise, yeah, here's my thing. I secretly increased my cable line. Shh. Yeah, we're good spot. So we do have some Gundam pros over here, MSMN. We got some indie sports developers, so they have like video games. There's Funko Pops here. I think that's jewelry. So we're in a good spot. We don't have too much clashing. I mean, yes, there's a bit of having the Gundam, like the Gundam pros beside us is a bit unfortunate, but like at the end of the day, we also have more action figures and little knickknacks and Pokemon, so hopefully we'll do fine with that. I'm really concerned that the booth behind me is completely empty. I don't know how they're gonna build their booth, like, I don't know, 24 hours before. I guess they're coming late at night, but then I don't know, it's a bit weird that they haven't set up, and so that's the entrance that's where, you know, a lot of people are gonna come in. They have the prime spot. They're literally right in front of the booth, so it's a bit funny that they haven't even showed up. So I don't know, it'd be weird to have your prime real estate for no shows, but I mean, I could happily turn around and make a wall behind me if they, maybe I'll ask them and see, but. All right, so Jenny, thank you for helping us. Mommy, thank you for helping us. Kayvon, thank you for helping us. Bill's the trader, he left at 8 o'clock. I remember this, Bill. All right, it's go time. 5 minutes in, so they should be opening up right now, and our booth is ready. Let me show you around. So we put all our Gundams over here because that's the front entrance. This is Pokemon. That's
5-minute warning!
5-minute warning!
5 minutes! Stop talking!
5-minute warning! Pass it on! So we have our anime stuff here. We're trying to put our model kits all in this area. I tried to keep all the excuse Pokemon here because it's such a big brand name. I'm trying to keep it over here. Also, these are the impulse buys, so I'll definitely need somebody always here because they're small knickknacks. Try and keep things with the same price category together. So these are all like going to be $20 each. So then it's easy for whoever's here to always know the price.
One day later.
All right, we're in day 2, and Bill decided to wear his Garfield uniform. So here's Bill, start of the day. We'll come back when he's done sweating because I'm pretty sure he's not gonna make it.
I'll be fine, guys. I'll be fine. No sweat. No sweat, no tears.
No sweat.
No sweat,
Remember
no
this.
tears.
Time is 10 o'clock. Let's see how it goes. Half an hour in, his head is already off. Bill, where's the Garfield hat here?
It's gone. It's
gone?
gone to the back rooms. I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah, he just lost his head.
Yeah, I just
No
lost my head.
sweat. My boy can't even stand up no more. Look at the Bill. Look at Bill's taking the low. Oh, he's getting up. Look at that slow, sluggy ass movement. He's got a towel and everything. He's wiping his head. It's all gonna go off. To be fair, he lasted a lot longer than I thought he would last, but.
Stop.
In sexy music. Well.
Alright, let me
5 o'clock. Still another 4 hours. She did 7 hours, I think. It's good.
One day later.
Alright, so it's day 3. We are lowering the price of a few items that have not sold. So yeah, I mean, it's a real trade-off for the customer because they want to come on day 1 to get the good items, but they also want a deal. But the deals only happen on day 3 because most of the vendors, we don't want to carry the items back. So that's what we do. Yeah. So it's only on day 3 that we actually bring out the items price down. In fact, some things price go up if they sell a bit too well during the day. For me, I think the best thing to do is just to price yourself, like, is buy your items early on from the vendors because all the rare items or the hard to find items are being searched for and they will be like cut out by people. So as we go through the days, every morning we are waking up, bringing stuff from the store. The day before we look around and see what we sold out, and then we try to see the other shops, what people are not selling. I didn't see anybody in the convention center with Warhammer Joy Toys, so I decided to bring our Warhammer Joy Toys section here. And yeah, see, so because we're the only people with it, people are checking it out, taking pictures, and buying products. It's a multi-day event, so you have a higher chance of finding things that people are not selling and just bring it here and have a monopoly over a certain brand. Highly recommend getting a card reader when you're at any of these conventions. I use Square personally. It's like pretty effective. They take 3% processing fee, but then you're gonna just accept credit cards wherever you go. And all you need is your mobile phone and this little thing here. This thing costs about $6 Canadian to get, and then you can just sell merchandise with credit cards. It's a no-brainer for us. About 40% of the sales is done by credit card. And a lot of people, they don't mind going to the ATMs and getting the card, but you know, if you can just capture the customer's purchase right then and there, way more better. So definitely recommend it. It's worth the 3% just to get the customers to buy on the spot. Especially since like 2020, card usage has gone up way more than before. So yeah, definitely, I like even buying a little sign, letting people know. Because I do see some vendors where they don't even put a sign up, they don't take credit cards, and I think that's a huge mistake. Just because they don't want to pay a small fee or they think it's too complicated. But it's definitely worth taking the effort just to get that card machine.
One day later.
All right, well, we just wrapped up and everybody's closing. Our booth is no longer existing. And I'm putting you all on a pallet. So, I guess the best way to judge how well you did in sales is how much smaller your U-Haul is. So, I ordered a 15 coming here, and now I should have ordered maybe a 10-foot. All the inventory is on one pallet now. Yeah, it's all in one little shipping thingy, legit. I'll show you. So everything we have is just here. So I guess a good way to gauge your success is if you're bringing less than you're taking in, right? Success! Yeah, it's a pretty good feeling to leave lighter, right? You don't need to put much back on the shelves because it's all sold at the convention center. So I guess that's the real way to say how well you did is just by, I mean, I'll have to calculate the numbers at the end of the day. That's what we're so far.
1 week later.
So it's the week after Otakuthon, Fridays. We're almost caught up now. The problem is the aftermath. Of something like Otakuthon is where, because we've been away the whole weekend and we didn't get to ship out anything for those 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and even Thursday, it means that we have a big, huge backlog for those 4 days that we were at the event and not shipping. We came in on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and every day of the week, did a few extra hours just so we can catch up. So we did finally catch up and we're finally back on schedule. The other problem is usually we receive shipments for, well, to ship out. And well, so throughout this week, we've been receiving shipments from our supplier. So like just now, today's Friday, I received 2 pallets and it's Friday, so those who don't know, I work usually alone on Fridays just because my staff is off, and well, usually Friday's a very chill day. The only pickups and a few minimum orders. This is what Snow Snake from G.I. Joe's, Snow Serpent. There, we received Cravens and some of the Walmart exclusives. So these are like Storm Shadow and the retro card. I don't know, something else there. So the shop is still, because throughout the week, while we were trying to catch up on shipping, we've also been receiving our shipments because I told all my distributors, hey, I'll be away for this week, so please bring out your shipments on Tuesday, then on Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday. So last shipment came in on Friday, which is, it's good. So throughout the week, I've been able to clear things. And so we've been able to get all our shipments on the shelf and on the website while still maintaining operations. But it does gum up the store. Like the store does look nasty with boxes all around because they're... So, funny story. During the Thursday of the week, we were preparing for the event. Bandai and my distributor were like together. And my distributor obviously came here because they're also sponsoring a bit of the event. And they were like, okay, Bandai's with us and we want to drop by the store. I'm just like, you do realize we're going to the show, so all our stuff is going to be there. And they're like, yeah, no worry, you realize we stopped carrying a lot of Bandai stuff since they stopped distributing to us, in 2021, 2022, so we weren't really carrying anything other than the model kits which you provide for us. And they're like, yeah, no worry, they just want to see the store. I'm like, okay, you've been warned. They came in and there were like 6 of them. Well, here would be the Bandai corner. There's usually a lot of Bandai stuff here, but it's completely empty because everything was packed ready for the show, and we're not going to unpack it just to show appearances. I mean, it would be here, I promise you, we do carry Bandai, just right now it's completely empty. And I mean, I guess the guy understood, like he was also there for the show, and we were telling him like we're literally bringing all our Bandai stuff because it's, it's an anime convention, so a lot of Bandai stuff is imports and Japanese related, so it makes sense for us to bring it there. There's none of your products are here, but we promise we do carry it. Yeah, and so they looked around. They even bought the random figure, so that was kind of cool. But otherwise, yeah, it was just a funny little thing. I don't know, funny to me. I don't know. You guys, I don't know. It's funny and humiliating. So humiliation. I don't know. Awkward is the word. Obviously, like they saw the Haya Godzilla and they didn't see their Godzilla, their monster arts. I'm just like, oh yeah, surprise. The Haya stuff sells really well, and we don't have access to the SH monster art, so obviously we're gonna sell one of them. Hopefully we had a good impression, like of the rest of the store that's not Bandai stuff, even though like they did later on come to the booth and they at least passed by the booth and they saw our giant banner and our staff, and look, there was actual Bandai stuff there, so hopefully then it kind of made sense for him. He wasn't like thinking that we were lying about it. So oh no! It's Friday, I'm too tired for that. Nice, personal. So, roundup for the event. Sales wise, the event was phenomenal. It's pretty easy to see that we were going to be in profit because, well, I mean, as a general thing, I just took our average margin, which is, for those who know, 25%. So I said, okay, every $100 $25 is going to be profit. And so I just took that, our total sales, got 25% of it, and then I just minus it from our costs, which was, the biggest cost was the staffing and the booth event, and some smaller minor ones like, you know, buying some extra equipment like the tiller or the U-Haul truck. Just added those up and we were able to clear our cost by the second day. So the third day was kind of like the profit day sales wise, which was really good to see that, you know, we had a whole day of now every sale here like generally profit, and now won't go to another cost that we had. Special thanks to our staff, Kevin, Ben, and Sean, for helping out. It's great to have them. So because like everybody who helped out, I was just, you know, really happy. I decided to like take everybody to Baton Rouge, which is like a restaurant, and I've never been there, so it was quite the feast. So I was glad that everybody like enjoyed it. Yeah, this event was definitely very good for us. I'm very happy. I can't wait for the next one. I guess for next year. Last year they had 26,000 people come into the event, so hopefully this one will be more. It felt like more, so we'll see what happens. That's a good roundup of the day, I think, and what it takes to run an event. I don't think we lost much to theft. I mean, because, you know, at these events, you know, you're having a table with, you know, lots of products out. I don't think we lost too much. I did put in calculation of like losing 2% of inventory to theft, so, you know, it's also a good idea just to, you know, expect it as a loss. For me, I just take it as, you know, we give free shipping for over $150, so, you know, that's gonna cost us $10-20 for every $150 we sell almost. I just put in my imaginary head that
Imagination.
if it was stolen, then that's $20, you know, what was stolen. So that's why it didn't bother me too much. I don't know how other people take it, but that's just what I do for these things. That's how I at least mentally survive being robbed sometimes. So another like great thing about these events is that usually one of the manufacturers are there and they're giving out event exclusive items. So in this case it was like Bandai model kits. Normally it's like one per person per day, but if you're there with, you know, 5 members of your team and you're there for 3 days, you can keep going there every day, get 1 piece per person, so 5 pieces a day. By the 3rd day, you know, you're like an awkward teen going into a bar, or an underage teen going into a bar, and you're like, ooh, I would like 1 alcohol, please. And it's a way to get event exclusive items. Otherwise, it's all fun. Enjoy your time at whatever convention you're going to, and stay frosty.